We're heading off locally for a camp in Molesey, of all places. About to lose a light. Great. Hi, I'm going to try a test of the Asta Gear Crescent 1 tent. It's a single person tent. It's got 2 poles, exterior poles. About to lose the light though, so I don't know if I'm going to get in time to camp here, but probably aren't now. This is Molesey Nature Reserve. I thought I'd try and see what Molesey Heath is like. It just looks like a normal park really, which is not what I wanted, but I want to see if I can modify the Asta Gear tent to have double poles by the time it gets dark. I might not be able to show it to you. I've never erected the Asta Gear Crescent 1 tent. We'll do a time lapse to see how difficult it is to put this tent up. I've got no idea. It looks a bit of a mare to put up, but it might not be. I've put up a few tents in my time, so I should be all right, but that's famous last words, isn't it? So So the tent is up, it's not very pretty. What I'm really confused about is that I've got only 4 guidelines. So I assume here, 1 there. So I assume what this does is you wrap this around and that you pull it out, and also you can put extra guidelines on the frame, which is why I've got something like this. So I assume it's those 2 and these 2. I got confused quite a lot during the process of this. I did a rookie error. I put 1 pole on the wrong one of these, put it into the opposite one, which was confused me. This sags quite a lot, so I assume you do need to wrap this and whatever, but it feels like, why is that sagging so much? So it feels like there should be a guy out there. Maybe, although of course you want to open the vent, but you know, it looks quite roomy. And this also confused me as well. This is for using tracking poles, so you can actually lift the door as an awning with a tracking pole. So the idea is you can put that, so that will be really cool. So we've got like an awning I could sit under, run a guy out from those, and I'll have extra guys for bad weather anyway. This is a shout out to Grey Hikes. Getting this tent is completely because of Grey Hikes. Good channel. I got the 3FUL double pole adapters, and it's a really easy mod because you just slide them on. I'm going to do that, and I've got an extra set of poles. I'm obviously going to have a lot more practice putting this up. I need to put the guys in because look, we're losing the light. I was going to put an extra guy on this and this and do that at home. Oh, one of the things is the pegs are terrible. They come with these really useless little blue pegs, which I'm using for the ground sheet. So I bought some proper cheap ones, I mean the Temu, but bigger aluminium ones. Let's have a look inside. I've never had a tent with a double-sided zip. Luxury. Be able to zip down the top and the front. Like the 3FUL, it's not like a waterproof zip, it's just a Velcro zip. But yeah, I'm sure everyone's laughing at this going, what is this? You've put up that terribly, Tim. I don't know if that attaches somehow. I don't know. I just work here. This is a bit loose and I don't know whether there's a peg out I missed on this. Probably. Because yeah, that really should kind of come out a bit more. Double-sided zip, which I like. Yeah. Cool. That's quite cool. But yeah, it feels like I'm missing something on the inner that maybe it should be clipped to something inside. I don't know. Because yeah, you've got this long rubber band thing, which is interesting. I don't know whether that just is loose like that or it's clipped. And also, yeah, it's sagging a lot on the inside. And here, again, I mean, I assumed it was clipped to it properly. It might not be, because I haven't done anything to it. Oh wow, all those birds! Wow. So yeah, I put the guys on. I did a peg count because it originally came with 12 pegs, and what confused me was peg for the pole and the ground sheet. It looks like they expected to share a peg, which I'm just using the little crappy blue ones for that. I'm not totally sure about this, how this is, if it's supposed to wrap around. I've wrapped it around, I don't know, or whether it's supposed to just go straight out. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be much of a difference of its sagginess. As I say, I've probably put it wrong. I like the flexibility of having the awning up. The only thing about that, you can't do that and have that guy up here. That's a bit of a problem, but you know, I suppose if it's a really bad storm, you're not going to have this awning up, are you? Really windy weather, you'll be hunkered down inside, so that makes sense actually. It was mad when I was putting this together. I thought the poles were the wrong length. I thought they'd sent me the wrong length poles because I put one on one way, and it's because it was going to the wrong thing. It looked like it was shorter than the other one, and actually no, I checked, they are all the same length. It's just yeah, a skill issue. Tim puts up a tent badly. This is what we do in this channel, how not to put up a tent. It of course doesn't come with any instructions. Zero instructions, of course. But I need to look up this as a video or something to see if I missed something. Probably. I'm a bit confused about why there's those little toggles on the inner, like almost like you should toggle out the inner bit. Maybe you should, I don't know. Is there enough space? Well, yeah, I think there is. I'll show you my legs in a second, but yeah. Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, and down the bottom. Don't worry about, is there a space? I think there might be space for my bag there. I might test that in a second. But yeah, it seems to be big enough. That's why I went for it, because a 1.5 person tent is kind of not 2 persons, but got quite a lot of space. Yeah, it's even sitting up, it's a little bit. I'm 6 foot. Just over 6 foot. Yeah, there's not a masses of space, but yeah, it depends whether that's pushing against the other side or not. I'll have to check that. It's cozy. If it's my ex-bed. Yeah, we've still got kind of like a few inches, so it actually could go a little bit more this way. This tent isn't really for mass luxury. This tent is for bad weather hiking like Dartmoor. So it's not a tent for luxuriating. It's a tent for surviving bad weather. This tent is 1.8 kilograms as is. Now I've got an extra pair of poles that should take it over 2 kilograms. But for a tent that should survive, hopefully survive bad weather, it's pretty good actually. It reminds me of the F3FUL, you know, Lanshan 1 where the inner just hangs down. I'm so used to kind of the nature hike now where things are very taut inside. It's kind of like swings and roundabouts really, which one's worse, I don't know. It's a shame now I put my bed up on it, but so many people will see me and I'm not planning to stay here at all. Yeah, no, it's too public here. But yeah, so we've got the extra poles. I'm going to try and fit them on and see how that goes, and then probably call it a night. It's a night, but it's actually daytime. I'm so glad I brought my puffy jacket. I got so cold, and also soup. I brought soup, hot soup, and that really is helping because it's not the coldest it's been recently, but it's not warm out here. Let's have a look on this other side, whether I can feel the. No, I can't. Oh, a little bit of it there. But yeah, no, mostly it's. And I'm sure I could actually pull these further out, make these even more taut. I've just kind of put them in loosely, and I have a feeling I probably should be tightening up these as well. There's all this kind of adjustment that needs to be done. I'm not a fan of the colour. Brown's okay, it's still stealthy, but I really would prefer green, but they don't make a green unfortunately. They sent me accidentally 2 of them, so I probably should have sent it back, but because I'm double poling it, I was like, oh thank you. So thank you Asta Gear for sponsoring the channel by accidentally sending me 2 tents. It's because the other tent, Courier, hid it in a bush in the garden. The spare poles I've got, I was going to double pole it with. These were 20 quid from Temu. They're slightly too long. They're longer by about an extra 2 centimetres. So I'm not sure. I'm not going to try them tonight. So they might need to be cut down. That was the closest I could get. Apparently the Stars poles are the same. Or one of the Stars 2 tent is the same poles, but I couldn't find them on Temu, so hey. Well, I did the mods. You can see it's dark now. Oh, I'm glad I brought the hot soup. It's cold. Had some problems with the double poling, because what's rather confusing is the poles go through one side and then goes to the opposite pocket. I kept putting it on the same pocket, which is the wrong thing. So yeah, teething troubles. But we did the mod. I was wrong about the clips on the existing Asta Gear. You can't take those off. They're sewn in. Put the 3FUL thing onto the same tab and just left the old one on there. It was a bit fiddly, but 3FUL double pole things, there's actually a slit so you can just sort of slide it on. Had a few dogs arrive in the middle of the night, jump at me. That's always fun. Oh, it was a friendly black Labrador. It was friendly, so that's fine. I don't mind saying hello to a doggo. It's a friendly doggo. I now know that the X bed fits. I know that I fit. I know that my rucksack fits. It's a bit tight, but it's pretty good. I'm not a fan of the outer zips. The outer zips, I mean, it's £100 tent, so you know what can you expect. But the outer zips are a bit snaggy. You know, they're worse than the Lanshan ones. The Lanshan ones are pretty good YKK zippers, but they are a bit snaggy. Not as bad as the Nature Hike zips are the worst. Nature Hike zips are terrible. So they're better than that, but they're not great. So I see why Grey Hikes replaced them. But otherwise, pretty happy with it. You can now have the fun of hiking out of here. Yeah. I don't exactly know how to get out of here, but there are so many paths. I think I'm maybe come back the way I came, but I'll have a look on the maps. We can see how cold it is now. It's just, yeah, it's freezing. Much colder than 8. I checked the Alexa on the way here. It's like, oh, how cold will be 2 in the morning? Oh, 8. It's like, really? This is colder than that. This is going to get to freezing. Anyway, I'm glad I'm going home. I would be fine if I found some nice little quiet section. I wasn't spotted so often by people wandering past. A nice sort of warm mud, I'd be fine with camping tonight, but I didn't find anything like that on this heath. There might be such things, but not obviously. So yeah, too public here and too cold.